welcome you to this week's edition from the Pastor's Desk. Well, today we're going to be highlighting for you our Catholic Services Appeal. The theme for this year from a Diocese of Erie is a vibrant, dynamic church needs you. And this is the 2022 Catholic Service Appeal for the Diocese of Erie, which we're very excited about. As you know, each year the diocese sponsors this event so that we can provide the financial support for many of our diocesan programs, our organizations, and our ministries that serve the people of our diocese. And of course, as you know, the assessment here at St. George is $106,000. And any money that we make up and beyond that amount, we use for our specific project. Well, you might remember over a year ago, we sent to you this brochure highlighting our Raise the Roof project. And the project is divided into two parts. And as you know, over the past few months, we are now nearly completed with phase 1 of the project. That was the outer shell of the church. Well, phase 2, which we're going to begin this spring, involves work to be done on the rectory, our garage, and our parking lot. And so I invite you to join with me as I highlight with you now what some of these projects are going to be. The first sites of our project for the Raise the Roof will be here in the Rectory. As you know, the Rectory was built back in the 1970s, and of course we have our 4 priests living here in the Rectory. We have our offices, and we have our 2 meeting rooms for all of our organizations, so the Rectory gets used quite a bit. Well, we'd like to highlight for you some of the challenges that the Rectory presents to us, because the Rectory, being almost over 40 years old, we have the original windows here in the Rectory. I'd like to show you the condition of some of the windows themselves. We have about 6 of the windows that are broken. The hardware has failed on these windows, as you can see. Oh, here we go. We lost part of the hardware right on this piece. And it makes it impossible to open the windows. Other hardwares have come off the windows themselves. And also we've had ice and water coming in through the windows in 2 of our sites by the kitchen and our prayer room. As you can see with this particular window, we see a number of water stains and actually decaying wood from years of water coming in from the window itself. And right now, as you can see the drops of water that have made their way inside from the window. And you can see the black stain and again, the rotted wood that has taken place. And this is on many of our windows too. So it definitely needs to be replaced. We have a number of sliding glass doors in each of our rooms. And in my room here, you can see that I've had to tape the sliding doors shut because air comes through the doors themselves, not having the proper seal. So when you open it, you can see that the doors are old. You can see the dirt that's come in. The seals have been broken, and they certainly need to be replaced with a more energy efficient door themselves. So we're looking forward to having these replaced as well. In the shower, we're singing in the shower. I am a-hollering as loud as I can. Oh, hello there again. We're here in Father Andy's bathroom. As you can see, we've had some water problems here as well. All of the vents in all of our bathrooms lead to the attic. Unfortunately, there's no outside vent. So what that causes is moisture to build up in the attic, and it seeps down through the walls of our bathrooms and other rooms as well. Another place right over here, if you take a closer look, it shows where this moisture has actually come down, and we have to have proper ventilation here in the Rectory. We've also had problems with some of our ceilings where we've had burst pipes from the air conditioning, and we'll show you some of those sites as well. A few years ago, we had our air conditioning units, the drains plugged, and it caused the backup of the water, which caused damage to our ceilings. And we even actually had one of the pipes burst, and water came pouring out right on this site. We since then have had this temporarily fixed, but it needs to be redone, the whole ceiling. As you can see, we had a big bubble here that we finally were able to burst and then to get back to the plaster level. But we had actually buckets here catching all the water that was coming down through the Rectory ceiling. Another area of damage that our rectory sustained was here in our dining room, where the water came down through the ceiling and it actually bubbled the roof and the paint itself. And you can see we've got to fix these two bubbles, and also it rippled the plasterboard and the paint, causing damage here as well. And here we are outside of Father Phil Orio's patio on the upper deck. As you can see, the corrosion on some of the support beams that need to be cleaned up and replaced. We also have the railing that seems to be a little unsturdy. Also, the decking here is kind of rotted and corroded. Matter of fact, a couple years ago, Father Shane was walking out here and his foot went down through one of the boards. I think it was right about here. Oh, just kidding. But it is an unstable structure that we definitely need to have replaced and rebuilt. Well, here's the door here of our garage, 4-car garage, and this will not open no matter what we try. It's either corroded shut, as you can see the corrosion on the bottom, but also here in the locking mechanism. So we have to replace this door. And here we are on Georgian Way outside the church in our rectory. This is a piece of driveway that we own as a church, and we're responsible for the care of this driveway. Well, you can see that this is one of the many potholes that we have on this Georgian Way. Probably a half a dozen potholes have developed, and you can see with all the cracks of the asphalt that it's going to need to be remilled and replaced at some point. Well, I thank you for joining me on our quick tour of the property here at St. George, mainly the rectory, the garage, and our parking lot, to show you the needs that we have for the second phase of our Raise the Roof project. I can't thank you enough for all the support you've given us for the church, and now for the second phase, I anticipate your generosity and appreciate all that you do and all of your prayers and support that you offer for us. Thank you very much and have a great day.